Hey everybody, I'm Evan Hammonds for bloodhorse.com. I'd like to welcome you this week to After the Wire. Now, there weren't any Grade 1 races over the weekend, but there were a couple of Grade 1 worthy performances. We'll look at two races, one on each coast this go around. And we're going to start at Saratoga, where we had a performance on Saturday by a Morton Finks Wise Dan that was visually stunning. Now, the 5-year-old gelding perhaps caught a break with the scratch of Stuart Janney III's Data Link. Went off the 3-2 favorite over the yielding going. Now, what was left for Wise Dan after the scratch were 6 rivals that included multiple Grade 1 winner Get Stormy, who was perhaps a little bit over the top, and a handful of some nice turf runners, but no real superstars. Now, jockey John Velasquez was very patient and waited and waited and waited some more as he kept Wise Dan along the hedge. Now, it didn't hurt that he was also sitting just 2 lengths off a very soft pace of 48-3 and 113-1 that was set by Get Stormy. Now, once he put the pedal to the metal, the race was over in a flash, as he was able to put in about a 23-3 final quarter over that soft going to draw off by 5 lengths. Now, what makes Wise Dan interesting is that in the last 10 months, he's won 2 graded stakes at Keeneland on the poly track, both at 9 furlongs, by an average winning margin of more than 7 lengths. He's crushed a good field on the main track last November at Churchill Downs in the 9 furlong Clark Handicap, and was just beaten a zop by Ron the Greek and the Stephen Foster. And now he has a runaway win on the turf at a mile. Where do you go from here? Well, apparently about anywhere where trainer Charles Lopresti says. Now, he mentioned after the race, mentioned the Woodward, which is the final weekend at Saratoga. Also mentioned the Woodbine Mile on turf at Woodbine in September. Who knows, maybe the Jockey Club Gold Cup run in late September that's now worth a cool $1 million. It doesn't make any difference. He's a threat wherever he goes. Now, meanwhile, at Del Mar, now here's no offense to Stone Street Stables and George Bolton's 3 sensational first out winners at Saratoga, but the queen bee of the 2-year-old set is Executive Privilege, owned by Mike Pegram and the Carboys of Carl Watson and Paul Whiteman. A year ago, they had Secret Circle, everybody's single, on the first day of the Breeders' Cup. And if she continues her winning ways, then Executive Privilege could be everybody's single on the first day of the Breeders' Cup this year at Santa Anita. By First Samurai, Executive Privilege was first again for the 3rd time in as many starts in the Sorrento Stakes over Del Mar's polytrack layout. Sent off at 2-5, she sat in the garden spot under Rafael Bejarano, behind an honest pace of 22-2 and 46 flat for the 6.5 furlongs. She got serious in the lane and motored home by a length and a quarter, closing in a very swift 6-1. There's a reason that she topped the OBS April sale of 2-year-olds for $650,000 earlier this year. Surely, she'll be odds on again next time around in the 7 furlong Del Mar debutante. Next week, we've got a Grade 1 trifecta from Arlington, with the Arlington Million, the Beverly D, and the Secretariat. I'd like to thank everybody for watching After the Wire. Come on back next week.